call the meeting to order and ask for a roll call.
Blunier. Cirilli.
Here.
Hilliard.
Here.
Leach. Here. Mennel. Here. Parrott. Here. We have a quorum.
If you join me in Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chuck, I do that all the time. I didn't do it. No public hearings or presentation. Anybody like to talk in public comment? Consent agenda tonight is the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting November 3rd, 2025, and the approval of the bills.
Move to approve. Second.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Cirilli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrott. Yes. Motion passes.
I have two items tonight. First is the resolution supporting the Illinois American 250 commemoration.
Resolution of the Village of Morton in support of the Illinois America 250 commemoration. Whereas the United States of America will commemorate its 250th anniversary on July 4th, 2026, marking a historic milestone in the nation's history. And whereas on July 4th, 1776, the Second Continental Congress formally adopted the Declaration of Independence, asserting American colonies' freedom from British rule and laying the foundation for the principles of democracy and self-governance. And whereas the United States Semi-Quintennial Commission, known as the America 250 Commission, was established by Congress in 2016 to plan and orchestrate the 250th anniversary of signing the Declaration of Independence, aiming to engage all Americans in commemorating the historic event through educational initiatives. Whereas the Illinois America 250 Commission was established to develop, encourage, and execute an inclusive commemoration and observance of the founding of the United States of America and Illinois' imperative role in the nation's history. And whereas the Illinois America 250 Commission encourages communities, libraries, schools, local governments, historical societies, cultural institutions, and individuals of all ages to develop inclusive commemorations that reflect on Illinois' role in the nation's history and development. And whereas recognizing and supporting the Illinois America 250 Commission will help ensure a meaningful and educational commemoration for all residents and future generations. And whereas the commemoration provides an opportunity to reflect on the state's historical significance, honor the achievements of its people, and inspire civic engagement. And whereas the Village of Morton hereby formally supports the Illinois America 250 Commission and its mission to commemorate our nation's 250th anniversary. Now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Morton expresses its support for the Illinois America 250 Commission and encourages all Illinois communities to organize and participate in local events leading up to and culminating on July 4th, 2026 to celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
Thank you. If we could have a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Any comments? It's a big year next year. So I appreciate your support. So let's call the roll.
Cirilli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrott. Yes. Motion passes.
The second one is the authorization of tourism funds for the purchase and installation of historical plaques.
Move to approve. Second.
Yep, if you read that.
This is resolution number 24-26, a resolution authorizing use of tourism funds for the purchase and installation of historic plaques. Whereas the village is proud to be the pumpkin capital of the world with the location of Libby's Pumpkin Processing Facility, and whereas the village also has a historical landmark of Evans Corner, which was the location of a stagecoach stop, trading post, post office, and library prior to the founding of the Village of Morton. And whereas the village desires to recognize these two historical locations with the installation of plaques that describe the historical significance of the site. Now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Morton, Tazewell County, Illinois as follows, that approximately $12,000 of tourism funds be designated for the purchase of 2 plaques which will detail the story of these 2 historical stories of the Village of Morton.
We could have a motion?
Got it.
You got that, okay. These 2 plaques, I worked with the county clerk, John Ackerman. The first one is the pumpkin capital of the world, 85% of the pumpkins in the factory here in Morton. And Evans Corner is kind of where North Main Street used to curve toward the front entrance of Blue Jays daycare. And that Evans Corner, as you read in there, a lot of historical things, including Abraham Lincoln passed through there on the circuit court, and even after he served in Congress, he gave speeches there. And so as you go to Washington, they have a plaque in their square honoring Abraham Lincoln, and then when you head to Metamora, on the left-hand side of the road, you'll see another plaque for Abraham Lincoln for the circuit. And the whole intent is that they're trying to get more locations in southern Illinois for historic reasons and for tourism and for people to see that the southern part of the state has a lot to offer. So I worked with John Ackerman on these 2 sites, and if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them.
My only comment would be that I'm total support of the plaques and what they stand for. I'm just not sure, for me, it's the best use of our tourism money. I just don't think it'll drive tourism. So that would be my 2 cents on this tonight.
Okay. Any other comments? Call the roll.
Hilliard. Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot. Yes. Cirelli.
No.
Motion passes.
That's all I have. Chief of Police?
Several items tonight, Your Honor. The first is ordinance 26-12, an ordinance making amendments to Chapter 1, Title 6 of the Morton Municipal Code regarding the creation of the position of police lieutenant.
We have a motion?
Move to approve. Second.
The department has grown in size from 22 to 27 officers over the last 2 years. And I think once we cross the 25 officer threshold, it's prudent to install another level of supervision within the department. The goal is to install a lieutenant's position below deputy chief of police and above sergeant of police. So the lieutenant would have numerous responsibilities that would include not only the patrol function, but also the administrative function of the police department. One of the things that we've been dealing with over the last several years because of new legislation in Illinois is training hours and training requirements that we previously did not have. And we have placed the burden of being the training coordinator on one of our patrol sergeants. Our patrol sergeants are call takers in addition to supervisors of the subordinates on their shift, and it's become where the individual that's doing that is probably spending up to half of his time coordinating the training of the department, and that's one of the responsibilities that we would like to move over to the lieutenant's position. This would be a tested position and appointed by the Police and Fire Commission. And I've talked to the commissioners, and they are in support of adding that position to the department.
All right, thank you, Chief. Any questions for the chief? Not, call the roll.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Cirelli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Second item tonight is ordinance 26-17, an ordinance making amendments of section 6-2-29 of the Village of Morton Municipal Code to prohibit the sale, possession, and use of kratom.
We could have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, so last week the board heard from a guest speaker. It was the mother of a child or a young adult that went to a gas station in Morton, was able to purchase kratom there because he was over the age of 18. What kratom is, it's similar to a synthetic opioid, and it's not FDA regulated, and we're starting to see a large number of overdoses Tazewell County and in other regions due solely to kratom. People are under the assumption that when you can buy it at gas stations and convenience stores, that it is sold as a nutritional supplement, when in fact that's not the case. And as the mother indicated last week, her son was not some individual that was looking to go out and get high. He simply had a long day at work and thought that this was a nutritional supplement. It was offered to him as a sample, and he quickly became addicted to it and needed to go to rehabilitation. So I met with the public health director of the Tazewell County Health Department, and I've spoken to her about it, and she's actually going around to other communities and trying to get them on board with banning the sale of kratom in their gas stations and convenience stores and such. And after speaking with her, she explained to me that not only is it falling in the hands of people who are purchasing it legally, but that it's also falling into the hands of people that are not purchasing in it, but it's being shared with them, which makes it even more dangerous to be sold in the community. The same with East Peoria. Through ordinance, they have banned the sale of it in their community as well, and she's working right now actually to get it banned in the county. So.
Any questions for the chief?
Just curious, on a state level, does the state have anything to say?
Not currently. There's nothing state or federal that prohibits the sale of it.
Sean, thank you for working quickly on this. Assuming the approval tonight, how quickly is it removed from the village of Morton?
I'll speak to that if I may. So
Yeah.
an ordinance that imposes penalty requires a 10-day window of time after the ordinance is adopted and published. And so from an enforcement standpoint, functionally, you're looking at roughly November 28th as the first day on which we could begin enforcement. A lot of times, and I can't speak to the chief on how that side's handled, but that's the first point in time to lawfully be able to enforce the ordinance off, and there's some education that goes along with enforcement.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
Yes.
We will enforce that by the 28th.
Yeah.
So.
Appreciate that.
Okay, any other questions? Call the roll.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Sorelli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Just one other item.
Okay.
We did hold our Stuff a Police Car event in cooperation with the Midwest Food Bank and Kroger on Saturday. It was a very nice day. There was a lot of people out. People were very generous. We actually doubled not only the amount of food that we received from last year's event. We were able to deliver over 4 pallets worth of food this morning, but we also raised $1,101 for the Midwest
Wow.
Food Bank. So I just wanted to let everybody know that and thank everyone that came out that day.
I might also encourage, challenge, and thank the citizens. I took a granddaughter shopping for toys for tots that we delivered to the police station. It was very enjoyable having a granddaughter with me. I encourage others, but it was very nice to see the big tubs already full and some really nice presents for the kids. And I think you said all that staying right here in Tazewell County.
Yes.
So it was very nice to see Morton really supporting that also for the police. So thanks for doing that.
Yes, thank you, Sean, and Morton Police Department. Midwest Food Bank is hugely grateful for that, and it came at the right time of need. We actually, everything you brought in, we were able to actually redistribute very quickly because we actually needed a lot of the canned vegetables that they brought over, so.
Good.
Thank you, Sean.
Glad to hear it.
I
You're welcome.
Appreciate you and your officers.
I skipped a couple. Village clerk,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
village administrator.
I have 2 items tonight, Your Honor. The first one is ordinance 26-13, which is an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2025, and ending April 30th, 2026.
If we could have a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
This is a total real estate tax levy for $2,890,000, which is an increase of just over $108,000 from last year's levy, which is about 3.9% increase. However, the increase, due to the increase in assessed value, the actual rate per $100 of assessed value will actually go down to .4067 approximately. And last year it was 4.4269. However, it's a twofold thing. The increase in assessed value makes the rate go down, but it also, your assessed value's gone up, so it's probably gonna be close to a wash on the village's actual tax that you'll pay on your home.
Okay.
But
Any questions? Call the roll.
Parrot,
Yes.
Cirilli,
Yes.
Hilliard,
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The next item is I'm requesting approval for the renewal of our property casualty and workman's comp insurance for the policy year December 1st, 2025 to December 1st, 2026.
We could have a motion?
So moved. Second.
This year's was a pretty sizable increase. It's over $90,000 increase from last year's policy, which is about 16%. It pretty much was over across the board in increases, but we did have a great increase of, we had over almost $1.4 million increase in our equipment. We had over almost $2.2 million in our building values. So there was a lot of increases in liability coverage, which is being seen because of increased awards being given out by the court system, is increasing the cost.
Any questions?
Yeah, what you just said, I noticed that the public officials doubled about. Interesting.
Yes, he said that that was pretty much due to court case awards that have been given.
Yeah, I know.
But we don't talk and act like some of our politicians. So, any other questions? Call the roll.
Cirilli,
Yes.
Hilliard,
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot, yes. Motion passes.
Corporation Counsel,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Fire and Emergency Services.
Two items tonight, Your Honor. The first one is Resolution 25-26. It's a resolution authorizing an intergovernmental agreement for fire department-related mechanical services and repair work on fire apparatus.
If we could have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
So this is an agreement with Peoria Fire Department and their mechanics. When we have a fire engine that goes out of service for a mechanical issue, it gives us another avenue to send it over there for repair if we're not able to have that repair done here in Morton.
All right, any questions?
Who do we currently use?
Generally, we use CIT, but if it's something on the engine that's directly emergency services related, we can call McQueen, we can call the company that manufactured it. It's just local and it's quicker to get it in and out.
And we haven't used them.
We have not, no. It's a new service that they're offering.
Any other questions? Call the roll.
Cirilli,
Yes.
Hilliard,
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Second item is ordinance 26-14, an ordinance making amendments to section 5-5-3 of the Morton Municipal Code regarding ambulance rates.
We could have a motion?
Move to approve. Second.
This is a change in our ambulance rates. Our last ambulance rate increase was 2011, so 14 years approximately was the last time we reevaluated this. So after a lot of consideration and research, we decided to raise our transport fees $300 across the board for BLS, ALS, and ALS2. So they'll go from $600 to $900, $700 to $1,000, and $800 to $1,100. Our treat only, no transport, will increase $200 to $500. Our ALS intercept services, when we go meet a BLS ambulance to provide service, will go $250 to $750. And then we created a new category to where if we service another community, emergency services, it'll go to $1,350 across the board. and our mileage rate will increase from $10 to $18. I think this is a fair increase, and I'll answer any questions if you have any.
Any questions for the chief? All right, call the roll.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Cirilli.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And zoning and code enforcement.
One item tonight, Your Honor. It is Resolution 26-26, a resolution authorizing renewal of contract of mowing services.
We could have a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Tonight, I'd like to ask for approval to waive formal bidding and accept the proposal from Lawns and More LLC of Morton, Illinois. We're looking to authorize the renewal of the contract mowing services for the 2026 calendar year. Last year was our first experience contracting mowing for all of the areas listed in your packet, and we were satisfied with the services that the Lawns and More team has provided, and we'd like to continue that relationship for 2026. Included in your packet is the contract, as well as a spreadsheet breaking down the locations and costs associated for the 2026 season. That includes a 3% increase. With that information, I'd be glad to answer any questions.
So any comments or questions for Zach?
Apparently that was going well this year. See them out a lot.
It's been smooth, they've been responsive, and if there's ever been any issues, they've been easy to work with.
Any other questions? Call the roll.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot. Yes. Cirilli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And I skipped the Director of Public Works, sorry about that, but I hope you have as much luck as everybody else passing their stuff.
I appreciate it. The best for last. So, 2 items tonight, Your Honor. Item A, I have ordinance 26-15. This is an ordinance making amendments to section 82-11 of the Morton Municipal Code regarding period chargeable for incorrectly metered gas.
We could have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Yeah, after consideration with the gas superintendent, actually, for a while here, we felt it was best to propose extending it from 6 months to 18 months. And basically what this is we test a portion of the meters annually. And this would actually be to either refund or charge if, a meter is a mechanical device. So if it's running too fast, we would be able to refund customer or the resident, or if it's more than 2% slow, then basically we would be able to charge for that too. So, and then the 18 months, it's actually reads it's half the time between tests or the maximum of 18 months.
Any questions?
How much inaccuracy do we have in there?
We don't have too many of them. Unfortunately, when we do, that's where this 18 months will help us a little more, especially with the commercial.
Going back 18.
In some cases, we feel customers should know, especially on the commercial side, if that makes sense. So the 18 months gives us, but it also helps the citizens too, to refund them also.
18
Sorry.
months, I mean, it could be pretty sizable. I mean, is that say?
I mean, we don't have
We would-
too
we
many
would work
errors, but
We'd work with that business or that customer?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we'd work with Julie and set a payment plan or something.
Okay.
Try to communicate. It'd be a meeting with us and them, kind of talk through it, so. Just one of those
It
things.
just made me think when we put gas in our car, the other day I put 16 gallon in my wife's car, and I go, I didn't think that tank was that big, but you just trust it and go on, you don't think too much about it, and then this came along and I was just curious.
So not often, but we test them annually. I mean, it's a company, I think it's out of Minnesota, that comes and tests them at our facility. We verify. I can get you more information on that too, but it's very little, but I think it gives us less heartburn, especially in between tests, to give us a little more. And honestly, I mean, it helps the citizen too, where we're not stuck. And then going, it's nice. 18 months gives us a little more time to refund them also, so it helps on both sides.
Good.
Any other questions? Call the roll.
Mennel.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Cirilli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next, item B, ordinance 26-16. This is an ordinance making amendments to section 8-1-7 of the Morton Municipal Code to correct the fine amount.
If we could have a motion?
Move to approve. Second.
This is something I worked with Pat's office, he can speak to it too, but was made aware that with the statute, that $12.50, this would be the fine just recently, that we had for the second and subsequent offenses for doing excavation work without a permit. We had those at $1,250. Pat can speak to it, but he said $750 was the maximum that we could charge.
Statutorily, that's our highest fine amount, and there's different ways we've approached this, but when we address it purely as a fine, we need to keep that back at $750. So something my office flagged, apologize, didn't get caught before it was originally adopted, but we want to get it corrected.
Any questions? Call the roll.
Parrot. Yes. Cirilli.
Yes.
Hilliard.
Yes.
Leach.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Motion passes.
That's all I have tonight, Your Honor.
Village trustees, anyone have anything tonight?
I just have a comment. I want to recognize the Morton Mentor Program. It's a great joint operation with the District 709 students and then the Chamber of Commerce. Leaders in our community can come and mentor students at the Morton High School. Sadie Olch is in the audience tonight. She's lucky that I am her mentor this season. So, but I just want to, I think it's a great program. It's a great way to grow our leaders, the future leaders of maybe this community, and help them find avenues that they want to pursue. So thank you, Sadie, for being here, and just I think it's a great program. So just wanted to highlight that.
Thank you.
Very lucky.
That is a great program, and I'm familiar with somebody that was a mentor, and for several years, just not now, but it was good experience for the kids to shadow, if I might say, a professional, to see what that really is about.
See if they really like it or don't like it.
Yeah, and a good experience for that interaction between adult and a young adult.
All right, if nobody has anything else, no closed sessions are needed, so if we can have a motion to adjourn? Go ahead.
I so move.
Second.
Second?
Second.
Oh, you did? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.